This is what happens when you try to change somebody. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fuck It! And that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Okay guys, watching a little reality TV last night with my better half. And what's really interesting is any shows you watch that are based on people meeting, getting together, and having mutual attraction. Maybe they've started a relationship, whatnot. I mean, you can only know as much about a person as they're willing to tell you or express to you, right? And sometimes we play like games on ourselves, Jedi mind tricks, where we meet somebody, we think they're great, they're good looking, they fill our needs in certain ways, right? Whether it's a physical attraction and a need to be intimate, whether it's a need for companionship, friendship, whatever it is, right? And only you know your deepest truth about what your expectations for a relationship are, how your past affects your present decisions, and if you've got skeletons in your closet or if you've got baggage that affect your next relationship. And that's why I always say, guys, I've said it from the beginning, I'll say it till the end of my days on this wonderful planet, is that you can only change you. You cannot change anybody. And one thing that I've noticed consistently, and I know that it's reality TV and it's drama and it's this and that, but there's some elements of truth and some learning lessons for all of us. And where these relationships kind of went sideways is whenever one person or both weren't being honest about what their expectations were for the relationship, whether it was where to live, like geographical location, lifestyle, spending, things like that, right? What the expectations of the partner was, the roles in the home or the roles in the relationship together, expectations for children. You can go as deep as, how often one person versus the other wants intimacy. And one of the things that I don't identify with, and my girlfriend doesn't identify with either, is we both have been pretty independent and not really emotionally reliant on parents or friends' approval of our lifestyles and what we do. And we don't have some alternative lifestyle or anything, but what I mean is the choices we make and who we want to be with and our friends and whatever, right? And so, we're secure alone in our own decisions, our own choices in life, that we don't worry about what other people think. And what I've noticed time and again on these shows is that I don't care if the person's 21, 51, 61, they have such a heavy dependency, emotional dependency on what other people think, in particular their family, their mothers and fathers. You've got these moms and dads that, either live in another country or live out of state, and their every little decision, it's like they've got to run it by their parents. And it's like, you're a grown adult. Like, why are you worried about what they think? The only thing that I could think of, my first reaction was, they must be financially dependent on them. I don't know. They're at least emotionally dependent on their decisions. And so in-laws and outlaws, they end up, becoming a wedge in that relationship with that person. Now, there's good about, there's good things that come from having a family that's involved and friends, because sometimes they can see what you can't. And a lot of times we have rose-colored glasses on, and we're looking at the relationship with endorphins and feel-good hormones, the pheromones are flowing, and you're just thinking, with your crotch, to put it bluntly. And, sometimes sinking into the sunk cost fallacy type of approach. Well, you've invested time in this person, and, you start to justify, and using logic to validate emotions. And that can be dangerous. And that's where, from the very beginning, like my girlfriend and I, we talked about everything from prenups to kids to roles to where we want to retire, a a lot of things in the very early stages, and maybe it's a matter of we had both been married before, we'd had children with these significant others, and we didn't want to go down the road and make the same mistake again, and we didn't want to get so emotionally invested and give our hearts to each other until we really knew where the other person stood. And it really shocks me how many people don't look at those things, that don't look at who am I, what do I want in my life, what kind of a partner do I need. But when I think back, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I could see some of those bad decisions in my own actions as a younger man. So some food for thought, you guys. Definitely do the work on yourself. Figure out who you are, what you want, before you go and enter into a monogamous relationship with somebody, to where everyone's emotions are brought in and the stakes are higher when you're playing with somebody's heart, and it can be devastating to both you and them, financially, emotionally, sometimes physically. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys again soon. You're home, you're stay at home, you're quarantined, so do some work on yourself, you filthy animal.